Hey everybody, welcome back to JT channel. Welcome to my picks and predictions for Crown Jewel. I know usually I get these out earlier, but you guys know what's going on. Things are a little hectic nowadays. But I definitely want to get this out still. The day before is better than not at all, right? 5 matches this weekend. I haven't seen SmackDown yet, but it has already happened. I know most of the results. I'm pretty sure there was no other matches added to the show. If there are, we'll talk about them on the review. Which, the review may not be on time. I don't know. I'm not going to watch it live because fuck the ESPN thing. But I will be able to watch a replay. If I can watch it tomorrow, like later in the afternoon or evening, I will. If not, something on my phone. We may have to wait until Sunday to watch it and get the review up. But it's not a big deal. But we're going to start off, jump right into it with AJ Styles versus John Cena. You would think I'd save this match for later, but to be completely honest with you, it's kind of a bummer. Because of the stupid Brock Lesnar thing that happened. I don't really want to talk about it anymore, but I have to. I don't think this match has any jeopardy. None of John Cena's matches should have had jeopardy. I've talked about this before, except for the Cody Rhodes rematch at SummerSlam and whoever he faces in December, which rumor has it's going to be Gunther. I told you who I think it should be, Braun Breaker. Gunther's a great choice, but John should go out on his back, just like Goldberg went on his back to Gunther. I mean, keep giving Gunther these big wins. It just sucks that I think maybe Gunther's injured because it sucks that we don't see him like bragging about ending Goldberg's career. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about things that don't matter. Point is, it's pretty obvious who's gonna win this match, right? John Cena, prediction. He just lost to Brock Lesnar. He's not gonna lose again. AJ Styles announced at the kickoff that he's retiring next year. I didn't watch the whole thing. I assume either at WrestleMania or he's gonna do what John Cena did and do a final year. So, AJ can lose this match and then go get other wins until next year, and then he'll probably go out on his back too. But this will be really good. Like, I'm not bummed out about the match. The match will be great. There'll be a bunch of callbacks to their absolute monstrous epic. Okay, a little overkill on their description, but the match they had at SummerSlam all those years ago was that 2017, maybe even earlier than that. No, I think it was 2017. It's legendary. People talk about it all the time. I used to watch this content creator. His name was just called Puppet, and he was this guy who he did show his face eventually, but most of his reviews he did through a puppet. And his exact words were, "Fuck you, John. Fuck you, AJ. How dare you have that good of a match?" So obviously that was 8 years ago, but this is going to be really good. I'm really looking forward to it. I want to pick AJ Styles just because he's one of my all-time GOATs. Like, he's in my top 5 ever in pro wrestling. I started watching him in like 2006, shortly after he was like running around in TNA. And then 12 years later, 10 or 12, I'm sorry, I don't remember. The point is, eventually, a decade or more later, I finally got to see him live in WWE, which blew my freaking mind. It's just, this is such a good match. I'm going to pick AJ because you come to this channel for something different, something interesting, just because it'd be fun. In the back of my head, I know that's stupid because of Brock Lesnar, but if we can ignore that, just ignore WrestlePalooza, it never happened, then I wouldn't mind John Cena losing to AJ Styles. Again, considering they're both on the verge of retiring. But prediction-wise, John Cena's going to win. I hope both of them hit the Styles Clash because that'd be cool. I know John's hit it before, but it's great that... Or it'd be great to see it again. We'll see how this one goes. Hopefully they get a decent amount of time. I know they don't need a whole lot of time, but I'm picking AJ Styles, but I am obviously predicting John Cena. Okay, next up is a match that I told you was going to happen. I think we all saw this coming, so I'm not going to brag. Oh, I called it. We all kind of saw this coming. Rhea and Io taking on the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. This story's been fantastic. I think they've done a really good job with this, where Asuka's been getting more and more upset with Io and finally snapped on her, and Kairi is just scared to death but doesn't want to upset Asuka, so she's doing whatever Asuka asks of her, which is why this match is happening. Or like you saw, every time she's attacked Io or Rhea, it's been like kind of against her will. She's like, oh fine, I'll hit the insane elbow or I'll kick this person in the face. So Asuka's just kind of controlling Kairi. This is interesting, right? I'm going to predict that Rhea Ripley and Io Sky win because Triple H's WWE likes to let hometown people win their matches, right? if they're going to lose, there has to be a reason for it. And I'll get to my picks in a minute, what I think should happen or what I think is going to happen, one or the other. I'm not entirely sure. My face was way too lit up. Pick-wise, I am going to jump right into it. I am also picking Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, and I'm going to explain my thought process like I always do. So if Asuka and Kairi were to win, I don't think it would do anything for the story, personally. There's the old adage that why would you turn heel if it would just fail? However, we are in Australia, so of course Rhea should pick up the win anyway. And, right, I think it would make the storyline a lot more interesting, especially if Kairi is the one who takes the pin. Now, I'm of two different minds here. Of course, part of me is like, let Rhea pick up the win, maybe like a big old riptide on Kairi, 1, 2, 3. But another part of me thinks it'd be even better if Io were to pin Kairi. Because Rhea would still be on the winning team, so the fans would still get that, right? And then you can kind of do whatever you want with Asuka. And this isn't me picking. I'm not trying to say this is what's going to happen. But what I would like to happen, what I think would be cool. Sorry, I totally did the thing where I said something, had to stop, and then forgot exactly what I said. But if Kairi takes the pin, then what you could do is in Australia, you could have Rhea and Io out there celebrating, and then Asuka could be yelling at Kairi, and she could mist Kairi, turn on Kairi Sane, break up the Kabuki Warriors, and then Rhea and Io can run out to save her, and then Asuka can leave. That does leave Asuka by herself, and I know that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it cements her as this full-on heel. Or you could also have Kairi take a full heel run. That's like I said, I'm of two minds here, where they win and Asuka goes nuts, or they lose because Kairi goes nuts and like actually fully turns heel. Maybe like she's upset, she doesn't know what to do, and then she blasts Io Sky, beats the hell out of her, and it's like, oh no, she's a bad guy now, and then missed and lost. So I know I'm kind of going all over the place with this match, but it's because there's so many interesting directions we could go. However, my gut is telling me pick and prediction-wise that Rhea and Io are going to win. It's just going to be interesting to see what they do after. Like I said, I would kind of like to see Asuka go full bad guy and turn on Kairi as well, and they can do something with all three of them. Maybe Kairi isn't friends with either one of them, and you can do some sort of awesome triple threat or even fatal four-way, throw Rhea in there. So that's my picture predictions for that one. I'm still a little perturbed that we didn't get Rhea versus Stephanie in Australia, because that would have ruled, but it is what it is. Up next, we're going to talk about the street fight between Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed. Yes, I know they're calling it an Australian street fight. It's just a street fight in Australia. That's all it is. But I'm obviously very much looking forward to this. I'm so excited about their last match. And this one's a street fight. It's a plunder brawl. These two are going to just whoop each other's ass. I don't know what to tell you. It's going to be really, really good. It'll probably be one of the longer matches on the card. At least I hope it is. I know where most of the time is going to go, but we'll talk about that later. Pick-wise, I am picking Bronson Reed. I think that it's time to give Bronson that big moment. I'm pretty sure he's Australian too. Yeah, he's called the Auszilla. So he's Australian. Once again, you want to give the hometown wins. And imagine giving Bronson Reed a win in Australia over Roman Reigns. It'd be huge. That's why I want it. As big of a fan I am of the Tribal Chief Ones to the Sky, I think this is the right move, personally. Pick-wise, Bronson Reed. Prediction-wise, I'm predicting Roman Reigns only because of the whole big comeback, and he keeps getting beat up, and he was sent to the hospital, so it kind of feels like that's the direction WWE is leaning. Excuse me. Sorry, I fixed the camera. I had to take off. Excuse me again. Gracious. I don't know what's happening with this video all of a sudden. But that's how I feel. I feel like that's the direction WWE is going to go. That's not the direction I want them to go, but that's how it is. Again, this will be a WWE plunder brawl. You guys know the difference by now. There'll be like maybe some chairs, some kendo sticks, some tables. There'll probably be a move through the barricade and announce tables. You know, I don't mean to sound bored by it, but we all know what to expect. It'll be fun. It'll be kind of wild. I don't even let me rephrase. I hope they don't wait for the bell. I hope like during Bronson's entrance or Roman, they just start fighting. So that would be really good. I'm picking Bronson Reed, but I am predicting Roman Reigns. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for this one. Up next is, and I'm going to say this both times, just so you're prepared in case you think this is too much. But up next is Stupid Dumbass Championship number 1. The Crown Jewel Women's title, Stephanie Vaquer versus Tiffany Stratton. Again, I don't mean to sound bored. However, as good as this match is going to be, it's stupid, right? If you're going to do champion versus champion, do it better than just a scheduled match, all right? That's dumb. I'll drop it there. We'll just talk about the matches. This will be good. Stephanie and Tiffany, I think they have different styles, different enough styles to where it'll be fun to watch them interact and wrestle. I'm picking and predicting Stephanie Vaquer, right? Like, pick-wise, I've told you guys a couple of times, she is absolutely one of my favorites right now. She's going down the same path that Lyra Valkyria did for me. Like, during Lyra's feud with Becky, Lyra usurped Becky for me personally as one of my favorites. I was like, man, I love Lyra Valkyria. She's doing weird stuff with Bayley now, but that's not the point. Stephanie's going the same direction, but with Rhea Ripley. Now, they've only interacted here and there. They haven't wrestled yet. But Stephanie, to me, is heading to the same level as Rhea as far as me personally. Like, I don't want y'all going, oh, yelling at me in the comments. It's a personal thing. I love her to death. She's one of my absolute favorites nowadays. And I think she has nowhere to go but up. And in my opinion, it would be silly and maybe even stupid for Tiffany to win this match. Tiffany, she hasn't been doing much as champion. She keeps facing the same person, the same people over and over again for like 10 months now. It's been all Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, and occasional weird championship matches on SmackDown. So if she beat Stephanie Vaquer, the brand new Women's World Champion, the star on the rise, it wouldn't really make much sense, right? And that's for both pick and prediction. Like, pick-wise, I love her. Prediction-wise, looking at it from a WWE storytelling standpoint, it just doesn't make any sense for Stephanie to lose right now. She's not only on the up, she's like got the rocket. That's the old saying, get the rocket strapped to her boots. So why the hell would she lose right now? I sincerely hope that both of them have good stories coming out of this. Tiffany needs to get away from Nia Jax, Jade Cargill. She needs to go somewhere else. I think I saw rumors that they're thinking about Alexa Bliss maybe putting her in line for a title match sometime soon. Just rumors. I would love that. I would love if Alexa Bliss did that. Although I really like her stuff with Charlotte, the allies of convenience. So I don't know if I'd want to get rid of that. Just do something better with Tiffany. And with Stephanie, just do the Rhea feud. Just do it. Don't do the whole, oh, we're going to do something in between. Just give her Rhea Ripley. It will be an awesome feud. It will be an awesome match. Yes, it's babyface versus babyface. Who cares? Just let the fans lose their mind. So, picks and predictions are Stephanie Vaquer, just because to me, it makes the most sense. And last but certainly not least, stupid dumbass title number 2, the men's crown jewel title, which is somehow bigger and uglier than the women's. Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. I have so much to say, but I'm going to try to narrow my thoughts down a little bit. I'm at 13 minutes in the video. I don't want to get to 25 minutes because I'm talking about this match. Obviously, this match is huge story-wise, even though there is no story. It's weird. If we want to win that big, ugly belt, no one will care about 2 days later. But their history, right? Cody Rhodes comes back at WrestleMania as Seth Rollins' surprise opponent. They have 2 more matches, including one of the most brutal Hell in a Cell matches ever because of Cody's injury. Seth lose. They've kind of kept separate from then, but then they became friends, right? That's been WWE's story, part 1 enemies, part 2 allies, where they... sorry, I have a drink here. I don't want my daughter to knock it over. Where Seth helped Cody at WrestleMania 40. And Seth loves screwing with Roman and wanted to protect the WWE. Now they're on a collision course again. It's awesome. They have done an awesome job with the promos and everything, and the hype packages have been just amazing. So the wrestlers, the characters, the human beings, they are doing amazing. The match itself is going to absolutely rule, okay? It is, I cannot even begin to tell you how good I believe this match is going to be. I'm thinking like, I don't want to say 5 stars, but that's the first thing that pops in my mind, fucking Dave Meltzer. But I'm thinking this match will be that good. Remember how good their other matches were. And those were 3 years ago? 4 years ago now? I don't even know, to be honest. They've both gotten even better over the years. And Seth is a quintessential professional wrestler. I think he's been my favorite wrestler in WWE for like a decade or longer, like overall. And Cody is fucking Cody. I don't know what else to say. These are two of the best in the world, especially in WWE. They're going to bring the house down. This will probably be the match that gets the most time, and I want that. I want Roman and Bronson to get like 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, so they can get all their stuff in. I want these guys to get 30 to 40 minutes. I want to just be going ballistic the entire time. To the picks and predictions. Picks, Seth freaking Rollins. For several reasons. One, I think it makes the most sense. Seth has got this new aura about him, I guess, to use 2025 terms. And he's got the vision. And she's trying to... The vision has been off and on, wins and losses. Like, it's been weird because it's like Seth is like Cody, while the Bronze are off doing whatever the fuck. But I do think Seth needs it more. And also, lest we forget, like I just mentioned, he lost all 3 matches to Cody. So now it's his turn to get a win. Will there be shenanigans? Probably. Should there be? No, I don't think we should do that. I'm afraid if someone tries to interfere like Braun Breaker, then Cody's going to need help, which I guess could be Randy Orton. I guess you could do that. Randy could just brawl with Braun to the back. Alliteration for the win. But I don't want Braun and Bronson both coming to help. And then you got to get the Usos involved. And then you start to muddy up that storyline, which also involves CM Punk and LA Knight. As much as I love chaos at the end of wrestling shows, I don't want that here. I just want these two guys to fight, to have a good wrestling match. Plus, the World Championship is seen as the second major title, which is fine. But back in the day when there were 2 world titles, they were both seen at the same level. Nowadays, people think the world title is just a bit lower than the WWE Championship. So Seth winning puts that championship on a pedestal as well. So that's why I'm picking Seth. Prediction-wise, you would think I'd say the same thing for the same reason, but I'm actually predicting Cody Rhodes. Now, this actually took a lot. Believe it or not, at my new job today at my warehouse, I was coming up with this video, and it took a while for me to pick my prediction. While I knew I wanted to pick Seth, I'm predicting Cody because it fits the WWE code right now, right? It would make sense for Cody to pick up a win over Seth to continue his rise, right? To continue he doesn't need to rise any higher, but to continue Cody's like nonstop rise to the top, or I keep saying rise to the top. That's not what I mean. He's at the top, but he keeps raising the bar. There we go. So him beating Seth would do that more, and WWE loves doing that, especially for Cody Rhodes. So I wouldn't be surprised if they tease us with the Seth win, where Seth hits like 4 stomps and a pedigree and hits him with a chair and hits him with a sledgehammer and throws him off the Empire State Building, and Cody kicks out at 2. Whereas Cody, he'll probably hit 412 crossroads to beat Seth. Either way, it wouldn't surprise me. My controller's dying. It wouldn't surprise me if WWE gave the win to Cody. Even though a lot of the story beats point to Seth winning, this could also be Seth's ultimate challenge. I don't know what I'm trying to think of here. It's like how Rhea Ripley, oh my God, I just got so right. Rhea Ripley has never beaten Io Sky in a one-on-one match. They could do that with Cody and Seth. They could have it where Seth cannot beat Cody. So that's another reason I thought maybe I am going to predict Cody. So as much, again, I really, really think Seth should win this match. I'm picking Seth. When I'm watching the match, I'm going to be like, go Seth, go. But prediction-wise, I think WWE is going to give it to Cody. We'll get to Seth beating Cody somewhere down the line. I think that's WWE's plans. However, I'll be extremely excited if I'm wrong. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave your comments down below. Are you guys looking forward to this show? If it was on Peacock or I could afford the stupid ESPN crap, I would watch it live. Don't worry, you'll get my review. I am looking forward to it. I do think it's going to be a good show. I think all the matches are going to be great. if at best fine. Like some of the matches are just going to be fine while the rest are going to be fantastic. As far as the match I'm looking forward to the most, Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns again. I love myself a plunder brawl, hardcore wrestling, whatever you want to call it. Big fan of that. And of course, AJ Styles versus John Cena. That's going to be awesome. And we'll just see. I just hope that, I said this for the women, I didn't say that for these two, for the men. But I also hope they have good feuds coming out. They both need a good feud. Cody should probably be Randy Orton. Maybe Randy Orton can help him and then hit him with an RKO. Seth, I assume he's going to go back to CM Punk. Or maybe CM Punk, Jey Uso, that whole thing from whatever, Clash in Paris. Maybe we'll go back to that, I don't know. But just give them good feuds. But enjoy Crown Jewel this weekend. And until next time, this is JT Channel. I am JT. I'll see you in the next one.